So I was scrolling my FYP and this came up. Not this article, but this actor's name, Zachary there. And fact checked it out to make sure it was actually a thing going on. And it was. As far as I can tell, it is a thing. This is not a bad thing. Okay? We need to be comfortable with Hollywood stars endorsing who they're going to endorse. They should be. It is very important. We need to stop with this illusion that stars don't pick sides. They do, they just don't tell you. And if you think your favorite star is leaning one way or the other, that's the part you need to try stop pretending about, right? Believe the roles they play as the actors if they're good actors, but please stop. We all fall into this, right? I thought Chris Pratt was pretty wholesome to start with because of his transformation from being overweight to losing weight. He seemed like a good guy, and then the whole Anna Faris thing happened, right? Which I feel bad for her. But they're movie stars, you guys. They're actors. They act. That's what they do. But outside of that, they're real people who have real opinions, and they just don't tell you those because either their agent tells them not to or it's bad for business. We need actors to be saying things like this and doing things like this. We need them to show us who they are so we know who to support and not to support. It is very important, right? Because, sure, if a lot of people stop watching his films because of this, great. That sends a clear message to Hollywood to pick people who are going to be better about what they're doing. Now, I could not find a clear video of the rant. If it's the one where he's wearing the Kennedy shirt, I don't think he was that vulgar in that. I think people might be taking that too far. If it's another video you guys are aware of, let me know. But I didn't see anything. I just saw where he did this event, and then he was in a Kennedy shirt, and he was talking about how we need hope for the future, and he just doesn't think that our current situation is it. He doesn't think anybody but Kennedy has it. Pardon me, guys. But, yeah, we need to be seeing what they think and what they feel. Sorry, I got a little phlegmy there. But we need to see more about these stars. We need to see, more of what they're thinking, what they're doing. Otherwise, we get in a situation with the Diddy thing, right? Where we didn't know anything. We pretended nothing was there. We ignored things, and it becomes a problem. This is how we fix the industry, is by knowing who's who and knowing what they support, so they can't do things in the dark anymore. And until we do that, it's going to continue to happen. I just did a video, this is going to be posting this one too soon to that one, but I just did a video about Chappell Roan, talking about the problem with Hollywood and stuff. Go check that out, please. Would appreciate it. But this kind of ties in with that. We need to know where these people stand and understand who they are, because the better that we do, the better we're all going to be off enjoying our entertainment and not being disappointed. So many people today have this article or some variation of it, and they're just surprised or disappointed. I'm not surprised or disappointed. He did a thing. He voiced his opinion. Good on him. More stars need to do that. And they need to stop being worried about losing their base. If they did, then you didn't have good fans to begin with. You didn't. If this guy's suddenly supported by a bunch of MAGA people, it's not that he has good fans or bad fans, but at least he voiced his opinion, got it out there, and he'll still have a career someplace. Look, there's plenty of movies made for the right-leaning people that make it to theaters. They may not be exceptionally successful, but they're there. The reality is that guys like this kept their mouth shut for money until they got to a point where they couldn't keep their mouth shut for money anymore, or felt they have enough money. So I don't feel bad for him if he loses, fans. I don't overly care for him, but I don't dislike the guy. I've watched a lot of his movies. For me, that doesn't change anything. And that's got to stop, too. This whole thing of I'm not watching their movies anymore. If you already watched the film and enjoyed it, you can't sit there, in my opinion, you can't sit there and be like, I don't like him anymore. And you like the movie. If it made you feel things, you like the movie. So I'm not backtracking on liking movies. I don't like the chair incident with Clint Eastwood, but I still watch a lot of Clint Eastwood movies because there was a time where he wasn't that, or I didn't know, and it doesn't matter because he's not making any money from me watching the same old DVD or Blu-ray again. So that's where I'm at on that. But feel free to discuss in the comments, guys. I'll probably loop this into a live with the Chappell Roan crap. We'll probably end up doing that tonight or tomorrow night. Depends on how busy it is. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good topic. Anyway, guys, yeah, leave comments. Let me know how you feel, what you think, and if you're interested in that live, follow me. We do content like this all the time. I do lives almost every night of the week. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for you on this.